A pleasant day, everyone, especially to our professor, Ma'am Fiona Marie Silvala. My name is Princess Karim Mohan. I am here together with my co-reporters to give you a further knowledge about sustainable management of tourism and hospitality. So at the end of this lesson, you or us will be able to define the sustainable tourism, describe the global ethics of tourism, get acquainted with the sustainable development of tourism and hospitality, describe the management of sustainable and hospitality, analyze the global impact of sustainable tourism and hospitality, and lastly, explain the benefits of sustainable tourism and hospitality. Sustainable management of tourism and hospitality refers to achieving quality growth that does not deplete the natural and built environment and preserves the culture, history, and heritage of the local community. So, sustainable tourism and hospitality daw po is practices that can be useful for providing a community or destination an improved quality of life, and it is also encourages the economic and social responsibilities for preserving and our cultural and heritage. Sustainable practices in hospitality and tourism have a positive impact on customer experiences, and their likelihood of returning going green leads to a better loyalty and word of mouth marketing and higher customer satisfaction. Let's proceed to the key to sustainable management of tourism and hospitality. It is to balance the number of the visitors with capacity of the given environment in a manner that allows the greatest interaction and enjoyment with the least distraction. So, para po masustain natin yung tourism and hospitality ng isang lugar is merong limited number of visitors each day na magkakaroon ng chance to visit a tourist spots. For example is sa zoo, ang mga zoo. Diba po, limited lamang yung mga pwedeng makapasok para mas least yung tao, mas manageable yung tao, mas least yung magiging distraction at magiging maganda or memorable yung magiging experience ng mga visitors. Next is the major concern, the carrying capacity. It is the largest number of people a destination can efficiently manage within its given environment and management capabilities. So to avoid these situations, we need effective planning steps must be taken in with effective policy guidelines. Managing sustainable tourism and hospitality depends on sound policies that include a harmonious relationship among local communities, private sectors, and the government to protect this natural, built, and cultural heritage or environment.
Managing sustainable tourism and hospitality. As the name suggests, manage process of dealing or controlling. And sustain meaning being able to converse or maintain. So, ibig sabihin ng managing sustainable tourism and hospitality ay yung practice natin sa pag-maintain ng social balance sa business industry. Through tourism and hospitality, we can contribute to economic and social responsibility for maintaining and developing our cultural and environmental legacy. The significance of regulating tourism and hospitality cultural, environmental, and social aspect can't be understated. People will see that sustainable tourism and hospitality development may take place if national improve their understanding and promote a cultural and peace. So dito po, nagsesettle po tayo ng business sa isang lugar kung saan alam natin na dudumugin ng tao. For example, madaming hotels and resort na nagre-reside sa beach kasi hilig ng tao maglaan ng leisure time sa ganong place. Nagkakaroon din tayo ng way of promoting a local tourist spot. Many local destination managers and governments throughout the world are aware of the monetary importance of tourism and hospitality, which has resulted in a calls for additional measure to encourage sustainable tourism and hospitality. So, dito po. Dahil alam natin na mahalaga ang pera sa industriya, nakakaroon tayo ng countermeasure para mas makatipid ng resources na tinatawag natin. At the country level, the UNWTO has established many guidelines and direction for including sustainable tourism in the country tourism program. So dito po kaya po nabuo ang concept ng managing sustainable tourism and hospitality. Nagkakaroon tayo ng mga guidelines and direction kung paano ba natin mapapanatiling habitable yung lugar na pinagtatrabahuhan natin. Kasi kung wala tayong tamang paggamit ng mga natural resources, pwede yang maubos at mawala. For example, dati sa Boracay, puro basura at mga unnecessary hazard galing sa mga hotels. Hindi na siya kaaya-aya para kasi nagkakaroon ng pollution sa dagat. Kaya 'di ba pinasara yung Boracay to renovate the place para maging safe yung Boracay para sa mga turista. Kung ganito ang pamamalakad natin, napapanatili natin ang turismo sa bansa.
Article 1. Tourism contribution to mutual understanding and respect between people and societies. An attitude of tolerance for diversity is necessary for responsible tourism. Tourists and local hosts are encouraged to respect and learn more about each other, social and cultural tradition and practices. Visitors should acquaint themselves about their destination culture, while the host community should learn about the different lifestyle and expectation of tourists. Article 2. Tourism as a vehicle for individual and collective fulfillment. Tourism plays an important role to personal and societal learning and understanding. Tourism activity should respect general equality and promote human rights, especially those who are most vulnerable, children, ethnic, minority, and indigenous people. Moreover, travel for religious health, education, and cultural purposes are encouraged. Article 3. Tourism, a factor of sustainable development. Stakeholder in tourism development must protect the natural heritage and destination and consider the environment when designing tourism infrastructure and activities. Priority ought to be given to form of tourism that enhance biodiversity, protect resources, and avoid waste production.
Article 4. Tourism, a users of the cultural heritage of mankind and a contributor to its enhancement. Recognizing that tourism resources belong to humanity's common heritage. Tourism policies and activities should strive to protect and pass on this cultural heritage to generations. Tourism activity must encourage traditional cultural products, crafts, and folklore to survive and flourish. Article 5. Tourism, a beneficial activity for host countries and communities. Local communities must be involved with tourism activities and share equitably in the economic, social, and cultural benefits of tourism, especially in terms of job. In particular, problems need to be addressed in vulnerable regions, for which tourism is an opportunity for development. Studies on the impact of tourism development on the environment and communities should be carried out. Article 6. Obligations of stakeholders in tourism development. Tourism professionals, public authorities, and governments are urged to cooperate for better safety and higher satisfaction of tourists. The press should also provide honest and balanced information with regards to situations and events that could affect tourism.
Article 7, Right to Tourism. Tourism is a universal right regarded as the corollary of the right to rest and leisure as an expression of the sustained growth of free time. As such, obstacles to participating in tourism need to be removed. Tourism for families, youth, students, seniors, and people with disabilities should be facilitated. Article 8, Liberty of Tourist Movement. Tourists must have access to place of transit, accommodation, and attraction site without discrimination or excessive formalities. They must have access to communication and benefits from the some confidentiality rights as the citizens of host country. The procedure to travel within countries and state must be harmonized and simplified. Article 9, Right of the workers and entrepreneur in the tourism industry. The fundamental right of workers and entrepreneur in the tourism industry must be observed by guaranteed by government. They should have the right to continuous training and development, as well as to adequate social protection given the seasonal nature and several jobs in the country or industry. Article 10, Implementation of the principles of the Global Code of Ethics for Tourism. Public and private stakeholders in tourism development along with the international institution and non-government organization must work together to implement and monitor these principles.
What are the Sustainable Development Goals? The Sustainable Development Goals, or SDG, also known as the Global Goals, are a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and assure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity. These 17 interconnected and interdependent goals constitute the Millennium Development Goals and include new areas such as climate change, economic inequality, innovation, sustainable consumption, and peace, among justice, and among other priorities. The Sustainable Development Goals, or SDG, are a set of 17 interconnected global goals adopted by all United Nations member states in 2015. They serve as a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure prosperity for all by 2030. The SDG are interconnected and aim to tackle various challenges, recognizing that social, economic, and environmental aspects are intertwined. They provide a framework for governments, businesses, and civil society to work together to build a better and more sustainable future for everyone on the planet. What is UNDP's role? The SDG came into effect in January 2016 and will continue to direct UNDP policy and funding for the next 15 years. As the lead UN development agency, UNDP is tasked to help carry out the goals in 170 countries and territories. So, the United Nations Development Program, or UNDP, plays a crucial role in supporting countries to achieve the sustainable development goals and advance sustainable development worldwide. Here's an UNDP role: development assistance, technical expertise and knowledge sharing, capacity building, advocacy and partnerships, data and monitoring, crisis response and recovery, innovation and sustainable practices. Overall, the UNDP serves as a key partner to countries around the world, providing support, expertise, and resources to advance sustainable development, reduce poverty, and build resilient societies.
The 17 global goals. So now poverty. And poverty in all its forms everywhere. So United Nations aiming to eradicate extreme poverty globally, ensuring that all peoples have access to basic resources, service and opportunities for a defined life. So layunin ng isang development na ito na maalis yung kahirapan or maibsan. So pangunahin din nito na makapaghanap ng trabaho at mga pangangailangan. Number 2, zero hunger. End hunger, achieve food security, and provide nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. So, dito naman yung pinapanatili nila yung kaligtasan ng pagkain at yung mga pangunahin nilang pinagkukunan ng pagkain is mas lalo nilang ini-improve it and then dinedevelop. So, good health and well. Number 3, ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all age. So, dito naman po yung nakatutok yung pagsusuri ng mga kalusugan at kahit anong at tinutugunan din ito yung mga kahit anong pangangailangan basta tungkol sa kalusugan. Number 4, quality education. Ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. So, ito naman po yung nag-uusad na mabigyan ang lahat ng pantay-pantay na edukasyon at mabigyan ng abot kaya at maayos na edukasyon. So, gender equality. Number 5, achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. So, ang lahat naman po ng tao ay may karapatan na dapat mabigyan ng pantay-pantay na respeto at alisin sa lahat ay ang diskriminasyon, maging kahit anuman ang iyong kasarian. So, lastly ay clean water and sanitation. Number 6, ensure availability and sustainability management of water and sanitation for all. So, ang malinis na tubig at kalinisan ay isang sustainable goals. So, pinapanatili ang kalinisan at magandang daloy ng tubig.
The 17 Global Goals. Number 7. Ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. Pagsisiguro ng access sa abot kaya maasahan, pampatagalan at modernong enerhiya sa lahat ay isang pangunahing layunin sa buong mundo. Ayon sa United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 7 or SDG 7, layunin nito ang bigyan mga tao ng akses sa mga pagkakakitaan yugto ng enerhiya na may kaukulang halaga. Tiyak na supply, eco-friendly at may kasamang teknolohiyang advance. Ang pagsusulong layunin ito ay sumasagot sa iba't ibang hamon tulad ng pagbawas ng kahirapan, pangangalaga sa kalikasan, at pagsusulong ng inklusibong pag-unlad ng ekonomiya. Binibigyan din ito ng kahalagahan at pagtugon sa pangangailangan ng enerhiya habang iniikot ang mga negatibong epekto sa kalikasan. Pinapansin na mga solusyon sa enerhiya ay nakakatulong sa lahat ng sektor ng lipunan. Number 8. Promote sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and decent work for all. Sinasabi po dito na pagtataguyod na matibay, inclusive at pangmatagalang pag-unlad sa ekonomiya ay nangangahulugan pagpapalakas ng isang ekonomikong kapaligiran na nakakabenepisyo sa lahat ng miyembro ng lipunan. Ito ay nangangahulugan tiyakin ang mga benepisyo ng pag-unlad ng ekonomiya ay maayos na maipamahagi ng walang iniwan sa likod. Ang buong produktibong trabaho ay tumutukoy sa paglikha ng mga pagkakataon para sa mga tao na maging masigla at produktibo ng trabaho na nakakatulong sa personal na kagalingan at sa mga buoang ekonomiya. Number 9. Build resilience infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. Pagtatayo ng matibay na infrastruktura, pagtataguyod ng kasamahan at maayos na industrialization, at pagsusulong ng mga inovasyon ay isang pangkalahatan pamamaraan para sa matatag na pag-unlad. Ang matibay na infrastruktura ay nangangahulugan pagbuo ng mga sistema na kayang magtagumpay at nakabangon mula sa mga pagkakagulo. Tulad ng mga lamedad, ang kasamahan at maayos na industrialisasyon ay naglalayong tiyakin na ang paglago ng ekonomiya ay nakakabenepisyo sa lahat ng miyembro ng lipunan, habang pinipigilan ng epekto sa kalikasan. Ang pagsusulong ng mga inobasyon ay nagtataguyod ng pagbuo ng mga bagong ideya at teknolohiya upang harapin ang mga hamon at pagtulak ng progreso. Number 10, reduce inequality within among countries. Nasabi po dito na ang pagbaba ng hindi pantay-pantay sa loob at sa pagitan ng mga bansa ay isang pangako na tutugon sa mga pagkakaiba sa kita, yaman at oportunidad sa buong mundo. Kasama dito ang pagsasakatuparan ng mga patakaran at proyektong nagtataguyod ng pantay na akses sa edukasyon, kalusugan, trabaho at iba pang mga yaman sa pagbibigay katarungan sa pagitan ng mayaman at mga nasa laylayan. Mas napapalakas ang panlipunan pagkakaisa, ekonomikong katiwasayan at ang pananatili ng pangmatagalang pag-unlad. Binibigyan din ito paglikha ng isang masalimuot na kapaligiran kung saan lahat, anumang ang kailangan, pinagmulan o nasyonalidad, ay may patas na pagkakataon na umunlad at makatulong sa kabuoang kagalingan ng pandaigdigan komunidad. Number 11. Make cities and human settlement inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. Ang paglikha ng mga lungsod at pamayanan ng tao na inclusive, ligtas, matibay at sustainable ay nangangahulugan sa ayos ng kapaligiran na sumasaklaw sa iba't ibang pangangailangan ng kanilang mga naninirahan. Ang inclusivity ay nangangahulugan tiyakin ang kakayahan ng lahat mula sa iba't ibang edad, kakayahan at pinagmulan. Ang seguridad ay kinakapalooban ng mga hakbang para mapanatili ang kaligtasan ng mga residente laban sa iba't ibang panganib, tulad ng natural kalamidad o krimen. Ang pagiging matibay ay nakatuon sa kakayahan ng isang komunidad na makabangon at mag-angkop sa harap ng mga hamon. Ang pagiging sustainable ay nangangahulugan pagbuo ng infrastruktura at mga pamamaraan na nakatugon sa kasalukuyan pangangailangan ng hindi nilalabag ang kakayahan ng mga susunod na henerasyon na tugunan ang kanilang sariling pangangailangan, aspeto ng kalikasan, ekonomiya at lipunan. Layunin ng komprehensibong approach na ito na palaguin ang mga pamayanan na maayos at maunlad para sa lahat. Number 12. Ensure sustainable consumption and production pattern. Sinasabi po dito na ang pagsusulong na mapanagot na mapagkonsumo at produksyon ay naglalaman na paggamit ng mga yaman ng maayos, pagsusumikap na babawasan ang basura, at pagsasaalang-alang sa epekto nito sa kalikasan at lipunan ng buong life cycle ng produkto. Layunin ng ganitong pamamaraan na matugunan ang mga pangangailangan ng kasalukuyan ng hindi nilalabag ang kakayahan ng mga hinaharap na henerasyon na matugunan ang kanilang sariling mga pangangailangan, na nagtataguyod ang pangangalaga ng kalikasan at kagalingan ng lipunan.
The 17 Global Goals. Number 13, take urgent action to combat climate change and its impact, taking notes of agreements by the United Nations Framework Conversation on Climate Change, UNFCCC Forum. Ay ka-13 po na global goals ay naglalayong kumilos ng agarang laban sa pagbabago po ng klima. Nakinikilala ang kasunduan ng United Nations Framework Conversation on Climate Change, UNFCCC Forum. Upang maipatupad po ito, maaaring taas ang kamalayang halimbawa po sa pagtitipid po ng enerhiya, paggamit po ng eco-friendly na ekonomiya at suportahan ang proyekto naglalayong mabawasan ang epekto ng pagbabago ng klima. Number 14, conserve and sustainably use of the oceans, sea, and marine resource for sustainable development. Sinasabi po dito na dapat nagtatanging ingatan at sustainableng gamitin ang mga karagatan, dagat, at yaman sa karagatan. Isang korektong halimbawa po nito ay ang pangangalaga po sa coral reef na nagbibigay hindi lamang ng yaman sa ilalim ng karagatan, kundi naglalarawan din ng kahalagahan ng biodiversity. Number 15, protect, restore, and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystem, sustainable managed forests, combat desertification and half-edge reverse land degradation, and half biodiversity loss. Ito ay naglalayong protektahan, ibalik sa dating kalagayan, at itaguyod ang tamang paggamit ng terrestrial ecosystem. Maipapatupad ito halimbawa sa pamamagitan ng reforestation, pangangalaga sa mga endangered species, at suportahan sa agrikultura na hindi po nakakasira sa kalikasan bilang bahagi ng pagsusulong ng pangmatagalang kaunlaran. Number 16, promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all and build accountable and inclusive institution at all level. Ito ay naglalayong mabawasan ang hidwaan at itaguyod ang malayang lipunan. Halimbawa, ang isang bansa po ay maaaring maglaan ng pondo para mas maraming programa sa pagresolban ng hidwaan at magtiyak ng patas at abot-kayang sistema ng batas. Number 17, strengthen the means of implementation and revitalize the global partnerships and for sustainable development. Halimbawa naman po dito sa layunin ika-17, sinasabi po dito na palakasin ang mga paraan na implementasyon at buhayin ang pandaigdigang partnership. Ito ay naglalayong magtagumpay ang mga bansa sa pagtutulungan. Halimbawa, ang mga bansa ay maaaring magbahagi ng teknolohiya at yaman para mas mabilis na pag-unlad at magtayo ng mga partnership na magbibigay suporta sa mga layuning pangkaunlaran.
So good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Nicole and I will be discussing sustainable tourism and hospitality framework. So in the beginning of life, and it will be until the end, people are united with nature. This is the beginning of triad of time, people, and nature, and integrity of recreation. So it says that ang ating buhay hanggang sa magwakas ito ay united sa nature, or it's connected to each other. So, drawing from the Filipinos' mythical past of malakas and maganda are the Bible story of Adam and Eve. Doon daw sa ating parang sinaunang story ni Adam and Eve sa Bible, it is the second nature of the Filipino to see the other person as a fellow human being or yung kapwa tao. So hence the concept of equality and partnership is nothing new to the Filipino. So ang concept daw ng pagkakapantay-pantay or yung tinatawag na partnership ay hindi na bago sa ating mga Pilipino. So this is the concept that is the heart of sustainable tourism and hospitality in the Philippines. So yun daw yung tinatawag na sustainable tourism and hospitality sa Pilipinas. So, in pushing tourism and hospitality forward, due to consideration and diligence is given to the character, way of life, ecology of every destination in the Philippines, and is also needs of the world in the future, and priority is given to total human development. So, sa bawat destinasyon sa Pilipinas, mabuting pakikitungo ang nararapat na pagsalang-alang at kasipagan ng ibinibigay para mamuhay. And priority is given to total human development. About people, there's culture, heritage, pilgrimage, and historical tourism. So, ang priority ng tourism is makapagbigay ng total human development. So, about people, merong iba't ibang kultura, heritage, pilgrimage, and historical tourism. About ecology, there's ecotourism, environment or nature tourism, adventure tourism, and the indigenous peoples linked to nature or ethnic tourism. So, yun yung iba't ibang tao or yung iba't ibang klase ng pamumuhay ng tao. And about people's way of life, there's rural, business, and leisure, sport, and health tourism. So, ito rin, ito yung iba't ibang uri ng pamumuhay ng bawat tao. So, there's rural, business, leisure, sports, and health tourism. So, peace is the foundation and the essential ingredient of attractive tourism and hospitality. So, yung tinatawag na peace, ito yung kapayapaan. Ito na yung foundation na pinaka-essential or yung pinaka-ingredient na nakakapagpa-attract sa tourism and hospitality. So, building on the Filipinos' value if malasakit or solicitous concerned customer, focus should be on the strategy for developing and marketing a tourist destination. So customer focus should be the strategy. So, yung pagpo-focus sa mga customer is one of the strategy na para makapagpa-develop or yung marketing sa tourism destination. The Philippines' rich natural and cultural heritage offers diverse tourism and diverse tourism experience. So, ang mayamang likas or yung natural rich is nakapagbibigay or nakapag-aalok ng kakaibang karanasan sa turismo.
Sustainable Tourism and Hospitality Framework. Whatever tourism and hospitality master planner or practitioner should keep topmost in their minds when thinking customer focus is, if you want tourists to find your city, province, municipality, or barangay attractive, the residents must find it attractive. Each community improves to reflect on what the residents want for themselves and the community welcomes to their home. Whoever conducts himself or herself as a person should, and in return, the people reciprocate with graciousness and genuine hospitality. Every Filipino aspires for a well-ordered, balanced, and prosperous life. Physical equity or a good health, intellectual equity or continual expanding learning, spiritual equity or clear sense, life's purpose, and meaningful life, psychological equity or self-esteem and positive self-concept, and financial equity having enough money to meet the needs of substances.
Sustainable Tourism and Hospitality Framework. Tourism and hospitality should dignify people, satisfy customers, and promote well-being. Tourism and hospitality should prioritize the dignity of the people by respecting cultural norms, valuing diversity, and ensuring fair treatment for both staff and guest. Safety for customer is essential, encompassing physical well-being through secure facilities and emotional well-being by creating a comfortable environment. Promoting well-being involves offering service that enhance guest experience, contributing positively to their overall satisfaction and enjoyment. Overall, a focus of dignity, safety, and well-being fosters a positive and ethical environment within the tourism and hospitality industry. When tourism and hospitality is developed, managed, and promoted in this manner, that it will be a life progressive, enduring, and continually beneficial because an empowered society steward its tourism and hospitality development is community sustained and government nurtures an industry to make it global in state of mind. This statement emphasizes the importance of developing, managing, and promoting tourism and hospitality in the way of involves and empowers the local community. The term of empowered society suggests that community takes an active role on stewarding this industry. Furthermore, it highlights that idea that tourism and hospitality development should be sustainable and enduring with government support to foster a global mindset within the industry. Overall, the approach aims for a symbiotic relationship where the community sustain the industry and government plays a nurturing role for global success. Sustainable tourism and hospitality in the Philippines can be considered a gift of the world because it emphasizes responsible practices that contribute to environment conservation, support local communities, and preserve the cultural heritage by prioritizing sustainability. The Philippines sets an example for a harmonious balance between tourism development and protection of natural and cultural resources, fostering a model that other destinations can be learned from and adapt. The betterment of the nation refers to the continuous improvement and advancement of social, economic, and political conditions. This involves fostering includes growth, ensuring equal opportunities, promoting education, and addressing issues such as properly healthcare and environmental sustainability. A nation betterment also includes the development of infrastructures, innovation, and good governance to enhance the overall well-being of its citizens and contribute to global progress. Sense of identity, pride of place, and commitment. Sense of identity refers to an individual's understanding of who they are, shaped by factors like personal experience, culture, and values. Pride of place involves feeling a strong connection and attachment of specific location or community. Commitment in this context relates to dedicated and invested involvement in supporting or contributing to one's identity and place of belonging in together. These elements play crucial roles in shaping an individual sense of self and connection to their surrounding.
Hello, my name is John Kenneth from BSHM1 Block 3. What is current trend in sustainable tourism and hospitality? Ang sustainable tourism ay hindi lamang isang tumataas na kalakaran sa paglalakbay. Mabilis din naging prioridad ng mga ecotourism na sa mga pinagpuno ng hospitality at ang mga negosyo sa hotel sa buong mundo.
My name is Roy Joseph Bigidain, World Legacy Award, created by Conservation International and National Geographic Traveler Magazine, 2002, to recognize outstanding businesses, organizations, and places that have contributed very much in promoting in principle of sustainable tourism. Pinapakita ng parangal na ito ang kahalagahan ng pagpapakita ng malasakit sa kalikasan, pangangalaga sa kultura, pakilala ng komunidad, at pangkalahatang pagiging tagapagpangalaga ng kalikasan sa larawan ng turismo.
National Geographic Traveler Match 2004. Tourism and hospitality is sustainable when it dignifies and makes people proud of it. When tourism and hospitality is developed, managed, and promoted in this manner, then it will be alive, progressive, enduring, and continually beneficial because empowered society stewardship. Tourism and hospitality development is community sustained and government nurtures the industry to make it global in state of mind. Sustainable tourism and hospitality is the Philippines' gift to the world because it lends to the betterment of the nation. Its people are imbued with a sense of nationhood because of renewed sense of identity, pride of place, and commitment.